Every day, without realizing it, millions of people make a financial decision that feels too small to matter. Not a house, not a new car, not a stock market investment, just $5. $5 on coffee, a snack, an energy drink, another online purchase you won't even remember next week. Nobody stops to think about it because $5 feels invisible. But what if I told you that this tiny decision, repeated over decades, quietly determines whether you spend your later years worrying about money or enjoying freedom? Let's imagine two people. We'll call them Alex and Jordan. They are both 25 years old. They earn similar salaries. They have similar lifestyles. Neither of them is rich. Neither wins the lottery. Neither builds a billion-dollar company. The only difference between them begins with one tiny habit. Every evening after work, Alex walks into a convenience store. A cold drink. Maybe a candy bar. Sometimes a quick snack. Sometimes nothing more than buying something because it's been a long day. About $5. Jordan walks into the same store. He wants the same things. But instead of spending that $5, he has already automated an investment. Before he even sees the money, $5 has already gone into a low-cost index fund. No decisions, no emotions, no guessing which stock will explode next. Just consistency. At first, it feels completely pointless. His investment account barely moves. After an entire month, the balance still looks tiny. Nobody would be impressed. Not even Jordan. He wonders if this is even worth doing. Because humans naturally expect big rewards from big actions. Tiny actions feel meaningless. But money doesn't follow human emotions. It follows mathematics. 1 year later, Alex doesn't remember hundreds of the small purchases he made. Jordan checks his account. Most of the balance came from his own deposits. The investment gains are small, very small. His friends laugh. That's it? You could make more money doing overtime. They're right, at least for now, because the first year isn't about making money. It's about becoming the kind of person who keeps investing when it doesn't feel exciting. That's the real investment. Not the money, the identity. 5 years pass. Life becomes busier. Bills increase. Rent increases. Unexpected expenses appear. Alex still spends small amounts without thinking. Nothing expensive, just hundreds of tiny decisions. Jordan hardly notices his automatic investment anymore. It runs in the background like electricity. His account has grown far more than he expected. Not because he found some secret investment, but because time quietly multiplied ordinary decisions. Here's something fascinating. The stock market doesn't reward excitement. It rewards patience. The investors who constantly chase the newest opportunity often earn less than those who simply stay invested. Boring is surprisingly profitable. Then something unexpected happens. The market crashes. News channels predict disaster. Social media is full of panic. People sell everything. Alex decides investing is too risky. Jordan feels nervous too. Very nervous. But instead of reacting, he does almost nothing. His automatic investment continues. Every week, every month, while prices are lower. Years later, financial experts look back and call it one of the best buying opportunities. But nobody knew that while it was happening. That's the strange thing about investing. The best decisions rarely feel comfortable in the moment. 10 years have passed. Alex has collected thousands of memories. Weekend treats, quick purchases, little rewards after stressful days. None of them were wrong. Life should be enjoyed. But almost all of those purchases disappeared as quickly as they arrived. Jordan also enjoyed life. He still traveled, still celebrated birthdays, still bought things he truly valued. He simply learned one rule: spend intentionally, invest automatically. That single habit changed everything. By age 45, something incredible begins happening. Jordan notices that his investments sometimes grow more in 1 year than he personally contributes. Think about that. For years, he pushed the snowball uphill. Now, the snowball rolls almost by itself. This is where compound growth becomes visible. The money starts working harder than the person who earned it. That's why people call compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Not because it's magical, but because it feels magical once enough time has passed. Alex isn't poor. He worked hard. He earned promotions. He received raises. But every salary increase also came with slightly higher spending, a nicer phone, a better car, more subscriptions, a few more small purchases every week. Nothing looked dangerous. That's what makes lifestyle inflation so powerful. It never arrives all at once. It arrives one tiny upgrade at a time. Now imagine both of them at 65. Neither became famous. Neither inherited wealth. Neither discovered the next Apple or Amazon. Jordan simply invested around $5 every day for 40 years. The total amount he personally invested was surprisingly ordinary. The remarkable part wasn't what he put in. It was what time added on top. Decades of growth quietly turned thousands into hundreds of thousands. Not overnight. Not through luck. Not through gambling. Just through consistency. Meanwhile, Alex spent roughly the same amount over those decades. The money brought moments of happiness, but almost nothing lasting remained. Neither path felt important on any single day. That's why most people never notice the decision they're making. Financial freedom is rarely built through one dramatic choice. It's usually built through thousands of invisible ones. Here's the lesson. This isn't really a story about $5. It's a story about direction. Every dollar you spend is choosing a future version of yourself. Some dollars buy temporary comfort. Some dollars buy future freedom. Both choices are valid. The key is making them consciously instead of automatically, because the biggest financial decisions in life rarely announce themselves. They hide inside ordinary evenings, tiny purchases, and habits so small they seem impossible to matter, until one day, they become the difference between two completely different lives. So tonight, before you spend your next $5, ask yourself one simple question. Is this buying a moment, or is it building my future? The answer won't change your life overnight, but repeated thousands of times. It just might change everything. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more stories that make money easier to understand, one simple idea at a time.